Within a short distance of Akka, Abdu'l-Bahá acquired a garden called Namain, which was an island in the midst of a stream. It was close to the man-made hill named after Napoleon Bonaparte, which had been raised to mount Napoleon's cannons for the bombardment of the city.
Rizvan, reminiscent of the garden outside Baghdad, where he had first declared his mission, was the designation which Bahá'u'lláh bestowed upon the garden of Namain.
Furthermore, he referred to that delightful oasis on the then bare and treeless plain as the New Jerusalem and our verdant isle. Just think about the pilgrims from Iran and neighboring countries who brought shrubs, trees, and flowering plants to populate the flower beds. During their long overland journey, some of the travelers watered the plants at the expense of their own thirst. To this garden, which his followers beautified, Bahá'u'lláh would at times resort, and there were occasions when he stayed at the very modest summer house, which had 2 plain, habitable upper rooms.
The spot, a verdant isle, also became known outside of the Baha'i community. Lawrence Oliphant, a British writer who visited in 1883, remarked, "Coming upon it suddenly, it is like a scene in fairyland. The stream is fringed with weeping willows, and the spot, with its wealth of water, its thick shade, and air fragrant with jasmine and orange blossoms, forms an ideal retreat from the heats of summer." Bahá'u'lláh was, at long last, and by the efforts of his son, delivered from the oppression of Akka and its people. Now he could devote his time entirely to the nurture of his own followers, to the unveiling of his divine counsel.
It was Abdu'l-Bahá who lived in Akka in the midst of its bleakness, met the officials and the notables and townsmen, protected the Baha'i community, defended its interests, attended to its welfare, and shielded his father. To reach the presence of Bahá'u'lláh, he always walked the distance between Akka and Bahchi.
Tarazullah Samandari, the distinguished hand of the cause of God, who at the age of 16, during the last 6 months of Baha'u'llah's life, was a pilgrim to his presence, recalled a day that he accompanied Abdu'l-Bahá on the walk from Akka to Bahchi. It had rained and the ground was wet, but coming round the bend of the road into full sight of the mansion, Abdu'l-Bahá prostrated himself and laid his forehead on the sodden earth.
Innumerable were the occasions that, as Abdu'l-Bahá approached Bahchi, Bahá'u'lláh turned to those in his presence and told them, "The Master is coming. Haste ye to go out to meet him and escort him."
Many years later, during his Western visit, He was in his 69th year, while crossing by ship from New York to Liverpool. He paced up and down on the deck for a long time. When at last he sat down to rest, he told his attendants, "I walked the length of the road between Akka and the shrine of Bahá'u'lláh. I want to practice walking. Perchance I might be able to go on foot to the shrine. In latter times in the Holy Land, I was too weak to go on foot and was deprived of this bounty.